Check out my style, I'm far from a lane, girl, watch me put it down, baby. She on the road, kick it around in my coupe, me and you just cruising through the town lately. Ask you some questions, can do you mind? What will it take to make it mine, please? Tell me be you and we can try. So I spit true, I change the whole thing. Check out my style, I'm far from a lane, girl, watch me put it down, baby. She on the road, kick it around in my coupe, me and you just cruising through the town lately. Ask you some questions, can do you mind? What will it take to make it mine, please? Tell me be you and we can try. So I spit true, I change the whole thing. No, I ain't giving up. I made an oath, I ain't giving up. Whoa, we on the phone getting spiritual. Then I remix the flow, getting in the check out my style, I'm far from my lane, girl, watch me put it down, baby. She on the road, kick it around in my coupe, yeah, you just cruising through the town lately. Ask me some questions, girl, do you mind? What would it take to make it mine, please? Tell me be you and we can try. So I spit true, I change the whole thing. Check out my style, I'm far from a lane, girl, just watch me put it down, baby. She on the road, kick it around in my coupe, me and you, we just cruising through the town lately. Ask me some questions, girl, do you mind? What would it take to make it mine, please? Tell me be you and we can try. So I spit true, I change the whole thing. Check out my style, I'm far from a lane, girl, just want me put it down, baby. She on the road, kick it around in my coupe, me and you, we just cruising through the town lately. Ask me some questions, girl, do you mind? What would it take to make it mine, please? Tell me be you and we can try. So I spit true, I change the whole thing. No, I ain't giving up. No, I made an oath, I ain't giving up. Hey, we on the phone getting spiritual. And I remix the flow, getting in the air. Check out my style, I'm far from a lane, girl, just watch me put it down, baby. She on the road, can get around in my coupe, me and you, we just cruising through the town lately. Ask me some questions, girl, do you mind? What would it take to make it mine, please? Tell me be you and we can try. So I spit true, I change the whole thing. No, I ain't giving up. Hey, I made an oath, I ain't giving up. Whoa, we on the phone getting spiritual. And then I remix the flow, getting in the
Preaching prophet of the Lord, gotta teach his people, exposing all the lies with the truth. Now they can see the evil, we the lost children of the Lord. Yashala, chopping heads off with my sword. Holy Bible, one west, one west, one west, one west, one west, till they bury me. One west, one west, yeah, one west, one west, one west, till they bury me. I'm really for my people, y'all just playing games. I'm all about the truth, we are not the same. I'ma shoot it to you straight, wouldn't love to slay. U.P.K, y'all finished, bitch, yeah, you know the name. Started on the streets back in '69. Read it in the record, now I want what's mine. Came up from the dust, now you see the shine. Ain't no cowards in my camp, all we know is grind. Preaching prophet of the Lord, gotta teach his people, exposing all the lies with the truth. Now they can see the evil, we the lost children of the Lord. Yashala, chopping heads off with my sword. Holy Bible, one west, one west, one west, one west, one west, till they bury me. One west, one west, one west, one west, one west, till they bury me. What is verse 2 when it's game time? Shield of David, no gang sign. Nothing but truth that we bring to you. Change of the spirit, we breaking loose. Repent for your sins and from within. Become a new man and then you stand for all the people who need you. Damn right we gon' teach you. Cause the preacher man be lying. telling all them lies, but he still wants your ties for the new car he drives. It's not time that we wake up. Ain't no devil gonna save us. All we need is the truth. 144 in them boots. Preaching prophet of the Lord, gotta teach us people, exposing all the lies with the truth. Now they can see the evil. We the lost children of the Lord. Y'all should holler, chopping heads off with a sword. Holy Bible, one west, one west, one west, one west, one west, till they bury me. One west, one west, one west, one west, one west, till they bury me.
All right, shalom, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shabrak Thumb to all the brothers, Yahweh Shemal Thumb Bashem, Yahweh Shah to all the sisters. All right, this is the I.S.U.P.K. Lashuan Kodash class. If you don't know, Lashuan Kodash means the holy or separate language or tongue. All right, holy mean Lashuan is tongue or language. Kodash means holy, which means separate. All right, holy does not mean like, you know, filled with the Holy Ghost and, you know, shaking and dancing and banging a tambourine. That's not what holy means. Holy only means separate. All right, when you read Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6, it talks about what holy means. You know what I'm saying? Thou art an holy people. You know what I'm saying? A special people unto the Most High your God. You know what I'm saying? He separated you from the rest of the other nations because he chose you. All right? You know what I mean? You can go look up the verse, Deuteronomy 7 and 6. And they'll tell you right there. You know what I'm saying? Holy means separate, set apart. All right? You can also get what we use here often, which is a concordance. You know what I'm saying? It's like a dictionary for the Bible. Hold on. Let me grab it real quick. All right, this is the New Strong's Exhaustive Concordance of the Bible. It's the Hebrew Concordance. All right, you can go and pick this up at any bookstore. All right, and what it does is it describes words that are written in English in your King James Bible with the Hebrew or Greek translation. All right, so you might see a word in the Bible that's written in English. You can go and get you a Strong's Concordance. You can go and get you a Strong's Concordance to find out what those words mean in Hebrew. Okay, so we use this very often in this class because it's important to know what you're reading. You know what I'm saying? You don't want people to think that you're just making things up as you're reading the Bible. You don't want people to think that your breakdown or your understanding of the Bible means nothing. You can prove it to them. You know what I'm saying? Not only the Bible, Salaki, but just the language in general. You know what I'm saying? When we write words up on this board and we translate them, you have the ability to show people that you're not just making these words up. That this word actually means what I say it means. All right. This is only in this right here. This is only to help you to prove that what you're saying is true. You know what I'm saying? This really has no weight to it, except for that it proves that the Bible is true. It supports the Bible. Anything that doesn't support the Bible, if you find anything in here that does not support the truth of the Bible, then it's garbage. All right. But other than that, this book is just a tool to help prove that the Bible is true. You know what I mean? You can there's other literature out there that is the same way. For instance, the book Babylon and Timbuktu. It states a lot of things that support the truth of the Bible, and then there are some things in there that are not the truth. You understand? But that doesn't mean that the entire book is trash. It just means that the writer, had more of an opinion in some cases over facts. All right. In this book, there's a lot of facts. You understand? But if you open this book up, you might see illustrations of things that are opinionated. You know what I'm saying? Even though the same book says that the Jews describes the word used throughout the Bible is having dark skin, even though it says in the Bible that these people had dark skin, you're going to see, white people in books like these. You're going to see Greek faces in books like these, even though the Greeks were an enemy to the Hebrews. You're going to see Roman faces in this book, even though the Romans were enemies to the Israelites in the book. Okay? So, you take it with a grain of salt. Everything else is you can do research on it. You can open up the Bible and you can read it. You can read the English version, compare that to the Hebrew, and see that it's saying the same thing. You could get your Tanakh, where it actually puts the two versions side by side. You got the English King James version next to the Hebrew, and compare those. Translate. You can look each word Amar. You can look up Amar in the Concordance Dictionary and find that Amar means to speak. Yeah, okay, well then that's correct. You know what I'm saying? So we use these tools to understand our language. We got Kibi Bin. Says Khan Tawada. Hey, all right. No sweat, Kibi Bin. Hit that link that's in the comment section to jump in live with us. If you got any questions, you can jump in and ask your questions live, or you can put them in the comment section. I got a few questions for y'all, since y'all been rocking with me. We've been having this class for a while now, and everybody who's regular in this class, I want to ask you a few things to see if you know your Hebrew. All right, so my first question is, how do you say what's good with you? How do you say what's good with you is the first part of that question. All right, no. Yeah, the first part of that question is how do you say what's good with you in Hebrew? Okay. how do you respond to that question? All right. Or let me put it this way. How would you say, are you good? How would you say, are you good? In Hebrew, it's the same way you would say, what's good with you in Hebrew. How do you say, are you good in Hebrew? And how would you respond to are you good in Hebrew? That's two parts to one question. All right. So let me put it in the chat real quick. I think on Facebook, you won't see the message. All right, you won't see the comment on Facebook, but if you're watching on Facebook, the question applies to you as well. You can answer, how do you say, are you good, or what's good with you in Hebrew, and how do you respond to that in Hebrew? Okay, Shalom, Crystal Morris, Yahal Shamar, Tabashim Yashai. Okay, next, I want to know, what does the word Bahasham Yahawashi mean? All right, that's the second question. First question is a two-part question. Second question is a one-part question, and it's very easy. How do you say, or I'm sorry, not how do you say, what does Bahasham, I'm just going to say Bahasham. What does Bahasham mean? And break it down. Okay. Crystal Morris, if you're going to answer, as to why, I want you to answer all the questions. So listen for the third one. All right, so here's the third one. Y'all ready? All right. The third question is, since everybody knows Hebrew, I want this now. This is for everybody that's been watching, who's been, coming to class, y'all Hebrew scholars who, say y'all never have any questions for me. So I want to have some questions for y'all. Since everybody else knows everything about the Hebrew and never has any questions, I want to know. Oh, shoot, I spelled that wrong. All right, well, I wrote break, but I meant break. Break it down. All right. All right, so the third question, right? This is the third question. So pay attention. When you're conjugating a verb for future tense purposes, what must you find first? What's the first thing you have to find before you conjugate a verb for future tense purposes? All right, I'll ask again. What is the first thing you need to conjugate a verb for future tense purposes? Okay, so I got 3 questions. Three questions are in the comment section. Okay. The first question is, how do you say, are you good, or what's good with you in Hebrew? And how do you respond to that in Hebrew? That's one question. That's a 2-part question. That's 1 2-part question. Second question is, what does Bahasham mean, and break it down? All right. And the third and final question, what is the first thing you need to conjugate a verb for future tense purposes? Okay. And I'll give y'all a second to answer those. Crystal Morris said, in the name of Christ is the second answer. Okay. Break it down. Break it down. Break it all the way down. Because we know in Hebrew, there's a root word, there's prepositions, there's adjectives, you understand? There's all types of elements to word forming and sentence forming. So break down what Bahasham means. Give me all 3 answers, please. Babu Kusha. Okay? So, up on the board, like I said, it's the Lashawan, Lashawan, Kodash. All right. Lashawan Kodash class. All right. Lashawan Kodash means holy tongue or language. Okay. And here's the thing too. Now, the actual language itself is in fact holy and separate, which is why the I.S.U.P.K is like the only people that use this language with the A's, only A's, hard A's. A, ba, ga, da, ha, wa, za, ka, ta, ya, ka, la, ma, na, sa, I, pa, ta, za, kwa, ra, sha, and tha. We the only ones that use this language. All right? Don't be mistaken. All right? There's very few other people that use this language. Even other people who come close to this language have used words like shalom when that's not a real word in the Hebrew, in the holy tongue language, the holy language. All right? Shalom is not a real word. So even if you say that you speak the holy tongue and you're using words like shalom, you're not speaking the holy tongue. And which is Barakatah Yahweh wa Yahweh Shai, because that makes this language holy. That in itself literally makes this language that we speak holy and separate and not like any other language on the face of the earth. And before you know it, man, we will be the only one with this language at all. You understand? You see what's going on overseas. You see what's going on in the Middle East. Okay? They use this writing. Now, their language is not the same as ours, but they use our writing. You know what I'm saying? Look, thankfully, they don't use the paleo. You understand? This right here died out long ago. And even the words that they use aren't like this. Because a lot of their words look like this and this and this and this and this and all type of dumb, crazy stuff, ruining the language. Okay? That's what makes this language holy. That's what makes this language separate. It's not like everybody else's. It's not like everybody's version of it. It's not like anybody else's rendition of it. It's holy and separate, as it was supposed to be. Thank God. All right? But before you know it, you understand, this will be the only language. This will be the only language. Okay? And the only reason why you would speak any other language is because you're a bastard. This will be the language of the world. When you do business, it will have to be in this language. All right? When you want to fill out your birth certificate, it's going to have to be in this language. When you want to do anything in the world, it better be in I.S.U.P.K. This will be the language of the world, and anything else will be because you're a bastard who doesn't have a heritage. Okay? And bastard just means fatherless child, or, someone born out of wedlock, so to speak. Bastard is not a bad word. Okay. Crystal Morris said, N is ba, ha is the, shum is name of Christ. Okay. I didn't put Yahweh up. All right. I did say it verbally, but I'm gonna take the Christ part out. I just want ba shum. But yeah, you're right. Okay. Most High Christ. So it's in the subject pronoun. Find the subject pronoun. Could I say to could? Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So you're right. Absolutely right. All three. You know what I'm saying? And by the way, everybody else, y'all can still write y'all answers up too. Hold on, let me wipe this off the board. Absolutely right, man. Give her a hand. All right. Good work, Kristen Ward. Hey, where my marker at? So for the first question, right? How this is part one. Part two, here, I'll do it like this. 1A, right? And then 1B. How do you respond? Okay. So for 1A, right? The sister wrote, wait, you didn't write? Hold on. Oh, okay. Yeah, you didn't give me the first part. You didn't give me the answer to the first part. Or did you? Yeah, you didn't give me the first part. You didn't give me the answer to 1A. All right, so I need the answer to 1A. All right. How do you say are you good / what's good with you in Hebrew. Okay. So in the meantime, what we'll do is we'll write the alphabet. Hold on 1 second. Like that. Oh. Okay. Let's go ahead and write the alphabet. All right. Okay. So now we got the ancient and the Assyrian Hebrew up on the board. Now I will tell you this: if you are a trooper and you're studying to take your officer's test, you will need to know how to write each character in the ancient and the Assyrian in order to pass your officer's test. So this whole time you've been in here, if you've been paying attention, you've been writing this down, this is what's going to help you pass your officer's test. All right? You've been learning it from day one. All you got to do is stick to it. You know what I'm saying? Remember it. Know how to write it. Know what each character is. Know where it is on the chart. You get what I'm saying? You know the exact order that it's in, and write them in that order. This is why I have y'all say them verbally on camera when y'all come on. You know what I'm saying? This is all this stuff we do ain't for nothing. If you are a trooper looking to pass your officer's test, this is going to be on the officer's test. So you want to know these things. All right? Still don't have nobody answer. Okay. That's sad. It's really sad. It made me feel like I'm wasting my time. Nobody got questions, but nobody want to give the answers either. Okay, no problem. So that's the alphabet, right? Now, for this time, I'm not going to write the words up here. Okay, for this time. Now, if you are new to the class, this is your first time being in this class, and you need me to write these, the pronunciation of each character, then I need you to put it in the chat. All right, leave a comment saying that you need me to verbally say each pronunciation for each character, and I will do that. But for teaching purposes, for now, everyone who knows this should know how to verbally say this. They should be able to look at the character and say what each character is. All right, so for this class, I won't be writing the English pronunciation of it. these are the vocabulary words I'm going to go over this week. Warriors, school, life, death, garment. All right. These are words that I believe are commonly used. All right. Very commonly used. These words right here, you'll find that you might say these words pretty often. Okay? Like for instance, instead of calling another brother a brother, you might call him a warrior. Priest is also another one that I'll probably do next week. Or maybe I'll do more after this one. But warrior is definitely one of those words. You might say shalom warrior. You know what I'm saying? You might be talking to multiple people. Warriors. Okay? School, of course, this is a school. So if I want to say I'm going to school, or I'm in the school, or welcome to the school, right? We want to know how we say this word in Hebrew. Life, right? A very common word, and you'll see it a lot in the Bible, as well as the contrast, death. Okay, that's what life is about. Life is about life and, well, the Bible, I should say, is about life and death. All right? Good and evil. Obeying God and disobeying God. That's what the Bible is all about. And garment. All right? The Passover, the 55th Passover is coming soon. April 20th. All right, and you want to make sure to have a garment. So we're going to find these words, and what we're going to do is we'll use the Strong's Bible, Strong's Concordance, to find these words. Or you can use your Blue Letter Bible. Hold on 1 second. You can use your Blue Letter Bible, which looks like this. All right, it has the Hebrew and the English. Okay, and when you click on it, you click on the Hebrew, it'll break it down. You can find each word next to the English word as well as the concordance number. So just by putting it in here, I can actually use this number. Now I could just click this number and go straight to the definition of it. It's basically like a handheld concordance. So I click the number and it'll bring me straight to the word, which means shawab, which means to return or turn back, right? Which was actually one of our vocabulary words that we went over. I believe shawab, right? So I could go there, or I could just go here, find that same number, which is 7725. Go to the Hebrew portion, the Hebrew section in my concordance, and pull up the number 7725. It obviously takes a little more time, evidently. But nonetheless, it does work. So I'll pull up 7725, and there it is, shawab. Right, to return, turn back. So basically, what we have is two different generations of the same research. You can go to your Strong's Concordance, which is what the traditional way of researching is. Or you can do the modern research by going to your phone. All right, you go right here into your phone, your Google machine, pull up an app. All right, and you get the same results. All right, so I prefer the phone because it's much quicker. You can just type a word in. A Blue Letter Bible will take you to that word, and it'll give you the concordance number and the definition right there on the spot. Whereas this, you know what I'm saying, take a little elbow grease. You gotta flip through these pages, which is nothing wrong with that. It's always good to go with tangible, something tangible. One day you won't have these. One day this will be gone. It'll be obsolete. You know what I mean? They could send what's it called? What's that? The EMP. They could send the EMP and just completely get rid of your phones. You know what I'm saying? Completely get rid of technology. All you'll have is hard literature. All right? Hard copy literature. This is all you'll have. So it's good to get used to having these and going through them and reading them, knowing where to look, knowing how to use a book. Did you believe that people these days don't even know how to use a book? They don't know how to use a dictionary or use a concordance. You understand? They don't know how to use it. The thesaurus. All right. They don't know how to use these things. They don't know how to use index, table of contents. They don't know how to use it because everything has been put on your phone. You don't need those things. So it's a whole generation out here that don't even know how to use a book. Okay. Yeah. All right, Crystal Morris, you're right, but to be more formal, you will put ma in front of Tawaka. All right, so you would say ma Tawaka, which is the same as what's good with you, or are you good, or how's your good? You get what I'm saying? Of course, English isn't the same as Hebrew, so it's not really broken down the same way, but it has the same meaning. All right, so if I just say Matuaka, I'm asking you what's good. You know what I'm saying? What's good with you? Okay, but yeah, that's close. That's pretty much it. You could say Tuaka, but to be more formal, to speak more properly, I guess you want to say Ma Tuaka. All right, so we're gonna get the vocabulary words for the week. Okay, the first word, like I said, is warrior. Now, I'm gonna put up the singular version of warrior, and then I'll show you how to make all of these words plural. Okay, so first what I'll do is I'll go into my Blue Letter Bible, and all I did was look for the word warrior. Now, here's what you'll come across. Sometimes the word isn't there. Like there are some words that we use today that just aren't written in the Bible, which is why you have the Strong's Concordance, because there are words in here that aren't in the Bible, I should say, that may be in here. Just like with the what's that called? The Zondervan Bible Compact Bible Dictionary. There are words that you're not going to find in the Compact Bible Dictionary that are in the Bible. All right. So then you'll have to go to Google or something, or you can go into the concordance. Okay. But in this case, fortunately, the word warrior is there once. It's in the Bible one time. We'll see if this is the actual translation of warrior. Now, the word is sa'an. All right. The word is sa'an, It's Hebrews Strong's number 5431. All right, Strong number H5431. Okay, it's a primitive root. And I'll show you too for reference, right? So when you see primitive root, that means that this word is a root word. It's a primitive root word, meaning this word you'll find inside of other words, if that makes sense. A primitive root word you'll find inside of other words, and when you look up those other words, it'll tell you it's from the primitive root word sa'an. All right, so sa'an is a primitive root word, and primitive root words typically have 3 characters in it. So in this case, we have a sa, a ah, and a na. All right, so let me put that on the board real quick. So we have a sa, ah, na, sa'an. Okay, 3 characters, primitive root. Now we'll read the definition. Outline of biblical usage: to tread, tramp, right? Warrior. It says a primitive root, to be merry, used only as the nominative from H5430. All right, so now we see that there's another version of this word. It says used only as the denominative from the word H5430. All right, to shoe a soldier, shod, warrior. Okay, let me see. Now I'll go into the Hebrew Chaldee lexicon. It says apparently to be clayi, miri, compare Chaldean, sayan, Hebrew, sayan, sa'an, says kinder to the noun clay, hence sa'awan, a shoe by which we keep the clay and mud from our feet. All right, so now what I'll do is I'll actually read the verse that I found in it to see if this is actually the word that we want to use. The word is found in Isaiah chapter 9, verse 5. It says, for every battle of the warrior is with confused noise, and garments rolled in blood. But this shall be with running and fuel of fire. So in context, it's talking about what we mean of warrior, right? What is our meaning of warrior? Our meaning of warrior is someone who fights, a soldier. Correct? And as we can see in the way that this word was used in this sentence, we see that that is the context that is used. All right, sa'an meaning warrior, fighter, soldier, so on and so forth. Okay. All right. So sa'an would be warrior. Now, what would I do to make this word plural? I'm not gonna wait for y'all because I'll be waiting all day. Sa'an, the plural word for sa'an would be sa'an yum. Okay. Sa'an, it will add a yum at the end, a ya and a ma. Sa'an yum. And we're using yum because yum is the plural masculine, right? If I would have used yan, it would have been feminine. But we know culturally there are no feminine warriors. It's an oxymoron. Can't be feminine and a warrior. Okay? So there are no feminine warriors. There are no female warriors. Sa'an yam, masculine warriors. All right, so now next word, right? The next word we have is school. Now, here's an issue. The word school is only used in the New Testament, in the Bible. So what we'll do first is we'll go to the New Testament, look at that word, and see if the concordance in here has a translation to Hebrew. All right, so the word is Strong's number G4981. All right, and it's pronounced school. All right.
Strong's G4981.
I'll let him say it.
Schale.
Schale. All right, so the Hebrew word for school is schale. All right, not Hebrew. The Greek word for school is schale. Okay, it says freedom from labor, a place where there is leisure for anything, a school. Okay, so let's see if there's a Hebrew translation for schale. And there isn't. All right. Yeah. All right. So in this dictionary, there is no translation for the word school in Greek. Schale. So now we'll go to this. This is how you research. All right, so this too does not have it in Hebrew. Now, you got another choice. Before we lose all hope, let's try. We're gonna what's it called? Expend all of our resources. Okay, so next what we'll do is go to Google Translate. And I'm going in this order because this is my process of elimination, right? If it's not in the Blue Letter Bible, then I'll check the Strong's Concordance. If it's not in the Strong's Concordance, what I'll probably do is I'll go to the Zondervan Bible Dictionary. It's not going to give me the Hebrew word for it, but it'll at least give me other words that I could probably look up in the Bible. All right, so it'll give me like similes or I guess synonyms for that word. I'll look that up, and if it's the same context, then I'll go with that translation. Okay. In this instance, I'm just going to go to Google Translate real quick, type it in English, and translate it to what's it called? Hebrew. So I type in school, and it says Bayat Sapar. Okay, Bayat Sapar. Now, from what I know, the word Bayat Sapar, the Bayat is like house. Sapar is horn. Okay, maybe that's not what they are saying on Google. Well, let's look it up. So now, matter of fact, I'm going to go straight to here. First, I'm going to go find Bayath. No, Sapar is not horn. Shapar is horn. Salakia, that's my mistake. Shapar is horn. Sapar, I'll have to look that up. Bayath. Let's see. Bayath. I see Bayath. Might be able to find Sapar as well. Bayath Sapar, I should say. No, alright, so I'll just go with Bayath. All right, well, Bayath is H1004, says probably from H1129, a house in the greatest variety of applications, especially family, etc. Court, daughter, door, dungeon, family, fourth of, great as would contain hangings, homeborn, winter house. All right, so basically house, right? That's H004, home. Okay. I'm trying to see if they have, because I see they have like Bawath, Baal, Bawath, Ma'aywan, Ba'ath, Bara'aya, so on and so forth. So I'm looking for if they have Bayath Sapar, which I'm not seeing. So I might have to just look up Sapar. But so far, I'm with Google. I understand what they laying out. You know what I'm saying? It's a house of education, a house of learning. Right? So now it's got to find out what Sapar is. Bayath Sapar. All right, so let's look. We got the Bayath part. Ah. That's interesting. Okay, so what I found was H5610 Sapar. I'm sorry, H5609 says from the word H5608, it means a book or book roll, right? So House of Books is what they're telling me. By Yat Sapar. Let's look that up in the Bible now. So now we're going to compare that to biblical writings. Chris and Moore is correct. Yum. You add yum to the end of a word to make it plural. Okay, masculine. All right, so let's look up House of Books or the Book House or House of Books. See if that's in the Bible. That's not in the Bible. Book house, bookstore. Bear with me. Okay. Yeah, so that's what we'll put. Bookstore or books, House of Books. All right. So what we have is Ba Ya Sa Par. Ba Ya Sa Par. Okay. Bayat Sapar. This is going to say it means school, right? House of Books. All right. House of Books. Ba Ya Sa Par. Or House of Book, right? Sapar Yum, I guess, would be House of Books. But then there would actually be houses of books. No sweat. We would put Bayat Sapar, right? To mean school. Bayat Sapar. Bayat Sapar, school. Okay. All right, so the next one is actually life, which is H2416, which means living. Okay. Which means living. H2416 Kaya. All right. Kaya, which means living. You could add a ha to make it life. All right. So Kaya Kaya is living. Okay. Kaya with the ha at the end is life. Kaya is life. All right, so kaya, living. Kaya with the ha. You can say kaya ha. I would say kaya. The ha is just silent. It's kind of at the end. So if you was to spell it, it would be like this. Ka, ya, and then the ha is silent. Kaya, life. All right, kaya, life. Everybody should be writing this down, taking notes. You know what I'm saying? Add these to your vocabulary words when you're speaking. Try to see if you can form sentences. Come back to class, you know what I'm saying? Have questions. Ask, how would you put this into a sentence? And then I can answer it for you. Or at least I can go and get the research. If I don't know the answer, I can go and do the research, bring it back to you. Now we all know how to use life in a sentence or how to use school in a sentence. You get what I'm saying? It's all about writing things down and asking questions. All right, y'all ready for the next one? Y'all ready? Y'all not even waiting on me. So let's go get straight to the next one, right? Death. What is the word for death? Strong's H4194. H4194. Mawah. Okay. Mawah is death. Dying. You know what I'm saying? And all for teaching purposes, YouTube. All right. For teaching purposes, this word is maya. Okay. Maya. Oh, it's like mawa. So like it. The wa be looking like a ya. Or a y, I should say. Mawa, death. Okay. Mawa. Ma. Wa. All right, last one. Garment, right? If you are preparing for the Passover, you want to make sure that you have a garment. How do you say garment in Hebrew? Okay. Adarat. Adarat is garment in Hebrew. Prophet's garment. All right. The prophet's garment is Adarat in Hebrew. Adarat. All right. That's H155. H155 in the concordance is going to give you Adarat, which is prophet's garment. Adarat. Adarat. Garment. Okay, so those are our vocabulary words. Now, just so y'all can know, this is a noun. This is a noun. This is a noun. This is a noun. And this is a noun. These are all nouns. All right. All of these are nouns. Just so you all can know. Warrior, Sa'an, school, Bayat Sapar, life, Kaya, Chaya, Salaki. I want to make sure I pronounce the Cha, because it might sound like Ka, which is a different word and a different character. Chaya, Mawath is death, and Adarat is garment. So I hope everybody has these notes, have them written down, study them, go over them a couple times, you know what I'm saying, use them, you know what I'm saying? Even if you don't have a Hebrew word for it right away, like if you don't have it's like you don't have a sentence in Hebrew to use these words, start using it in your everyday, talk. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're talking to a brother or a sister about, getting a garment for the Passover, just use the word Adarat instead. Hey Shalom, sis, could you help me put together an Adarat? You know what I'm saying? It's not perfect, right? It's not what you should be doing. You should be trying to figure out how to say this in a complete Hebrew sentence. But the sister might not even be able to speak Hebrew with you. You know what I'm saying? She might not understand a full Hebrew sentence anyway. But it'll be a chance for you to teach her what Adarat is. You know what I'm saying? We got Adarat Yom. Garments. She's making Adarat Yom. You know what I mean? So, it's a chance to learn how to use these words, like keep these words in our vocabulary. Then as our vocabulary grows, as we start to get used to forming sentences in Hebrew, we'll start to be able to come back to the words that we know and use those in place of other words that we might, use. Okay? Like, let's see. My garment would be what? Adarakya. Adarakya is my garment. Okay? Adarakka is your garment. Adarakka, your garment. Ha'ara is what? The garment. Okay? So you start to use what you know about Hebrew with the words that you're learning. And now this would be a way for you to keep these words in your vocabulary. You can use them every day. You know what I'm saying? You know, I came into the school because I want kaya, or better yet, salaki. I came into the bayat sapar because I chose kaya. I chose life. La'a mawa. All right? I chose kaya la'a mawa. What does that mean? Somebody tell me what I just said. I chose kaya la'a mawa. Or wa la'a mawa. Somebody, anybody, tell me what that means. Kaya la'a mawa. Still waiting. Waiting on someone to answer the question. What does Kaya La, looks like a Kaya La Mawaf mean? What does it mean? Anybody can answer. Shalom, Kaya. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabrakatah. Can anybody tell me what that means? Anybody tell me what Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabrakatah means? Somebody tell me that. Kaya La'am Mawat is too hard. So someone tell me what Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabrakatah means. Anybody can ask. Not all at once. Just somebody. Anybody want to take a shot at it? A stab at it? Could y'all, okay, yeah, life, not death. Right. That's correct. Give him a hand. What's on Christ? Who are the Kayal Ayash? You know what? You smart. You brilliant. Kaya La'a Mawa. Life, not death. Okay. All right. Where is that in the Bible? Let's pull it up. Let's get this off the board. Everybody should have this by now. So lock if you don't. Okay. right, that's pretty good. Hope y'all can see that pretty good. What? All right. So we got ayat. Oh, it's like it. Ha ayadakya become ayawam ath ha shamayam wa'ath ha aratiza ha khayayam wa ha mawath nathapya. It's like it. Lapanyaka ha baraka wa ha kwalala wa bakarath ba khayayam ma'ain the khaya atha wa zara'aika. All right, so now let's break it down let's go through it quickly. Ha'aidaya, right? Ha'aidaya. All right, ha'aidaya says I call to record. All right. So all right. So I wad would be the root word. You understand? Which means to return or so. So I would be the root word, meaning repeat, return, record, all right, restore. Okay. So so ha is the, right? Restore, record, the ya. Okay. So ha-ayad, and this wag is replaced with a ya, you know, saying for conjugation. Become, the word become is against you. Yawam, which is the day or this day. Is what? Does anybody remember is definitive. Shemayim. Hold on, one second. All right, so like about that. All right, so Hayawam, this day, Ath is definitive. Ha Shemayim, Sham is heaven. All right, Ha Shemayim is the heavens. All right, Wa'ath, another definitive. So and so it's and definitive Haratazah, which is the earth. So the heavens and the earth, or the land. Okay. Ha kayayum. Lucky. Oh shoot, hold on one second. All right. Ha kayayum. All right. So here's our word kaya, which is life. Ha kayayum is the life. Right. Yum plural. Wa ha mawa. Wa is what? And Mowa is death. So what's like a wa, ha is the, wa is death. I'm not, Mowa is death. So like it. So ha kayayam wa ha mawa, the life and the death. Okay. Nathapia. Right? Nathapia is, so Nathapia comes from the word Nathan, which means to give. Nathapia means to set, to, yeah, to set, you know what I'm saying? Basically to give, it's like a way to say, I'm gonna just put it right here. I have set, all right? So I set it up, you know, Nathapia, I set it up. I have set Lapanya before your face, Lapanya, or Lapanya ka, all right? Lapanya is like to face or in front of, right? So Lapanya is before you, all right? Lapanya, like I said, in front of you, before you, you know, you're facing it, right? When we say before we say the prayers, we say Imagine wa panya hakodam. We're saying turn and face the east. Stand up and face the east. So stand up and face the east. All right. That's the panya in wa panya. La panya is to face you, or to before before you, in front of you. You know what I'm saying? Ha baraka, or ha baraka. It's like a ha. Is that right? Yeah. Ha baraka is the blessings. Waha Koloha. All right. Waha and the cursings. Okay. Wa Bakar. What's that? Wa, yeah, Wa Bakar the. Wa Bakar the. Or Ba Wa Bakara. Wa Bakara. Therefore, choose Ba Khayayam. Life. In life. Choose in life. All right. La Ma'ain. La Ma'ain. Meaning that or so. Khaya is that you slide. All right. Ata. Wa Zara'ai. So like Wa Zara'aika. Zarai is seed. That's a good vocabulary word to know as well. Zarai. My little cousin named his son this because, you know, I was teaching him Hebrew. He had called to ask, you know, how would you say, you know, like my seed in Hebrew? And I told him it would be Zariah, right? Zariah, which is my seed. And he named it, so he gave his son his that for his middle name, Zariah. All right. Wa, it's and basically you and your seed. All right. So there you have it. That's Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 19. Okay. And here's our words: life and death. The life and the death. Ha kayayim waha mawah. All right. So with that, I'm gonna erase this off the board. Matter of fact, I ain't gonna do it yet. I'm gonna go ahead and salute y'all out. The water for joining me. You know what I'm saying? The water for y'all participation, for who did participate. I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Same time next week. Passover coming up, April 20th. Start making your preparations. It will be in Durham, North Carolina once again. We did it so nice that we had to do it twice. So we're going to be back in Durham, North Carolina, April 20th for the 55th Passover. Make your preparations. Start saving up that bread. And with that, man, I'll see y'all tomorrow for the Sabbath class, Sabbath service. You know what I mean? Well, we're going to be using some of these words that we've seen here. I never failed. Every time I teach a word, I read about it the next day. You know what I'm saying? And it's not on purpose. You know, I want to start patterning the classes based on what we're going to read tomorrow to get y'all more prepared. But, you know, even still, and just teaching what I do teach on Friday, somehow it comes into play on Saturday. So, you know, take good notes, rehearse these things. You know what I'm saying? When we're doing the Sabbath service, even though you might not be there live and present, you still want to be reading the Tanakh along with us so that you can get that practice in for yourself and know what you're reading, get hands-on learning from it. You know what I'm saying? So with that, man, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shabrak, thumb to all the brothers Y'all was Shamar Thumba Shimi. Shout out to all the sisters. The water for joining me. See y'all next time. Shalom. Oh yeah, by the way, make sure y'all subscribe, man. Go subscribe to War is Usual. No spaces on YouTube. War is Usual on YouTube. No spaces. All right. Shalom.